Hey everybody, this is Editing Refund here. Due to a recording problem, my own audio wasn't able to be heard during the initial recording of the video. So what I ended up doing is overdubbing the rest of it for, well, just to ensure that you guys are able to hear what happened and just get all the context that you need for the first episode. The voice lines are not going to match because, well, this is the day after, and I can't remember everything perfectly. So, hopefully this will be resolved by next week. Thank you, and enjoy. Hello everybody, let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. For those of you who already know, my name is Meki, or Refund, or as some of you may hear that some of the players refer to me as Jake. I am going to be the GM for this campaign, and yeah, let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves to everybody. Starting off with Razorback. But that's your cue.
Oh, sorry.
On the spot,
Sorry.
Holmes.
The mighty Razorback, the true king of the Dinobots. But I don't remember what happened. I think I won. Nobody wants to tell me. So, it counts.
No, I'm playing the Dinobot Razorback. My name's Lord Saint 14. If anybody wants to know who I am, so how you guys doing? Hey, how you doing? But no, I am possibly the group's only Dinobot. I was experimented on heavily by Shockwave to be a anti-Dinobot. You know, what's a great way to get rid of a Dinobot, but with an even bigger dinosaur? It's like the perfect science. Shockwave. Totally logical.
I'm Astra. I'm not doing a whole character introduction in the same breath, but yeah, smile.
I will also not be doing a full character intro, but I will give a description of my character. But I'm Austin. I am playing the Autobot Turbo, and a little about Turbo is that he is about as good can be. His main goal as an Autobot is to protect the innocent, and he'll do that at any means necessary.
Okay, cool. And there are two people here who are unfortunately not able to join us for our initial session, those two being Foundation and Switchblade.
I'm already here.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Foundation, where would you
Nani?
where would you like your character to be on the map?
No worries, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Good to know. So, with all of that in mind and everyone introduced, let's go ahead and begin with an intro.
My name is Optimus Prime. For millions of years, I have waged war against Megatron and his Decepticons, eventually resulting in the death of our home world, Cybertron. With a contingent of Autobots, I set out for the stars in the hopes of finding a new home. Eventually, we had discovered Earth, the third planet in the Sol system. However, our discovery came with its own set of challenges. As we arrived, so too did the Decepticons. In our final battle above the Earth, we crash-landed. And now, millions of years after, there is a new force that has risen on Earth. Humanity. This is their world. One that we must share. We will reveal ourselves to them in due time, and we must defend them from the Decepticons, no matter the cost.
Okay, so with our little intro out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the combat map here that I have made for you. This is your arc. This is your home. And let's go ahead and this area that I'm pointing at right now is the deployment zone. The one over on the right is the med bay. Reactors over on the left. There is... Oh. You should be able to see it if you watched on Xbox. That's a thing that's available now.
How do I check
Can
it?
I please get the Roll20 link
No.
so I can access it through my computer, please?
Oh gosh, you don't even have the Roll20 link? Oh
Yeah,
boy.
it says the resolution of the stream you're trying to watch is not currently supported on Xbox stream resolutions.
Okay, I'll just have to reduce the stream quality then. I think you should be able to see it.
Turn it to doo-doo garbage.
Yep, I have to reduce it to that. Alright, well. Segue time! And we're back. Cool. So, now that that's taken care of, where do you guys want to be? Trench, we'll start with you.
shooting stuff, so she's probably just gonna...
Alright, cool. Sounds good.
What were the areas again?
What? Wait, why is there two trenches?
I
Wait.
did it exploded.
Wait,
I
what?
disappeared. I'm only visible on your stream.
Wait, what? Let's see.
Wait, why are there...
How do I minimize?
There is only one
Let's see,
trench
how do I
line,
make the
and
wolf thing
apparently... that one is the only one on your screen.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and delete the... Oh no. I can't delete it.
Can always move it off screen.
No, I can fix this.
Man, not even Thanos can snap her away.
Are you sure they're not on GM layer?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm looking. They're on tokens.
Oh, what the fuck? Some of the, at least three of the tokens I don't even see.
But they're
Quite
on my end.
strange.
What the heck? Oh boy.
That's why we do session zeros.
My testing. All right, I'm just gonna refresh the page. Or we moved forward in earnest.
Okay. So, this is actually a good question. Okay, so I think I know where I want him to be. Is there any area like where he could kind of just be by himself, kind of away from the other Autobots?
Yeah, that would be the reactor room. It's mostly quiet over there.
Yeah, he'll be there since it's one of the only few places probably, where he can be easily contained if he needs to be contained.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. We'll put him right there.
Where can I be again?
Okay, so we have the medical bay, which is on the bottom right, the deployment zone, which is in the bottom middle,
Alright.
the reactor over on the left, but Razorback, I think, would have some choice words to say.
Okay.
And then we have the...
Oh, what in
What?
the world is
Trench.
going on?
What the fuck are you doing to my map?
Just running around.
On for your lives!
Trench. What? What was that? Just. Oh my god.
Firstly, we need to find my token in case.
Oh, I'll just go ahead and drag that in there.
Oh, good, good. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, okay. Personally, I'd say I'd probably try to build a barrier. Build a barrier in where Wheeljack is, because.
Oh, so you're trying to build a wall between to separate the lab?
More of a barrier in case something happens with Wheeljack's latest item.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I should roll a D100 to see if whatever he's working on explodes.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh no, not the magic bag from 5e. Oh.
Why the wacky woohoo magic table? Let's not tell him about that. Come on.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Wow, wow, magic surge.
It's gonna kill us all. We're all gonna be instructed to go to Wheeljack's room, and it's just gonna blow us all up.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad. Turbo, you return to the Ark after a long deployment, going out and exploring the human region of Oregon. Specifically, you wanted to go ahead and explore a nearby metropolis by the name of Portland. This trip was, for the most part, uneventful. You just kind of went around, saw the sights, and now you're on your way back. The deployment bay is abnormally quiet. Just the standard resting features of the weapon cabinets and the bulwark doors. As you walk through, you see some of your contemporaries. RC is sharpening a knife over off in the corner. You don't make eye contact for too long. So,
You know what? Since we were on the subject, I think I'm gonna go check in on Wheeljack.
okay. So, you go ahead and walk through the corridors of the Ark. You see not many people on your way there. Eventually, you arrive at the doorway leading in to Wheeljack's lab. Inside, you see him fiddling with some sort of machine. His hands are delicately moving what appears to be a soldering iron in between a wire and a couple of different circuitral plates. You do spot a couple of other Autobots on your way in, such as Cliffjumper, RC, Bumblebee. They're all just kind of talking among themselves while you return, and you also see your compatriot Foundation, who is currently in the process of erecting a wall between himself and Wheeljack and whatever he may happen to be creating. As you come in, he then turns around to look at you.
Oh, hey Turbo! Welcome back! How was your adventure to Oregon? Right now I'm just in the middle of trying to construct something.
Right.
Well. Well, let's hope this turret doesn't explode.
Well, let me go ahead and roll the D100 to find... Oh, boy. We rolled a 7.
Oh,
no!
Okay. all I have to do is just connect the capacitor to the energy emitter, and we should be able to just...
Before you can even blink, there is a red light that flashes on the device.
Crap. Well, on the bright side, we didn't explode. On the bad side, I wasted one of our ion blasters.
This is why we can't have nice things, Wheeljack.
Well, at least it wasn't Optimus's ion blaster, Wheeljack.
Oh no, the boss doesn't let me touch his stuff. You know, he's very particular about his, equipment.
I don't think particular's the word I'd use.
Well, you know, anyway, my projects have a pretty good success rate. 60% of the time, they work every
In
time.
terms of statistics, that's pretty
I mean,
bad.
you can't deny
Always
those
prepare
odds.
for the 40%.
Statistics shemistics. Anyway, Turbo, you ventured out into Oregon, right? What was that like for you?
Nothing much. A bunch of trees. Lots of trees. Lots of trees. There's a
Lots
lot
of trees, huh?
There's a lot of healthy land out there.
Really?
But where I specifically went, no. This is a big city. It's kind of gross.
Gross?
Smelled. All I heard were people complaining about the smell. So I guess it smelled.
They might want to have to update their sanitation program then. If it smells so bad.
There were a lot of homeless people, too. It was really sad.
Homeless?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that the humans have people who don't have homes?
That's just how it is in some places, Wheeljack.
Makes me more glad that we have the Ark for ourselves. Imagine being stuck outside and having to constantly be in our alt mode all the time. That wouldn't be too nice. I'd imagine it'd get pretty cramped.
It'd be pretty stiffening to me.
Yeah.
As
Figure
you all
right.
talk, Foundation begins to ponder.
What you thinking about, Foundation?
Pondering about potentially taking some time to build some homes at some point. If when he is ever not on duty.
I don't know if the humans would allow you to just go out and start building stuff.
Well, humans are lacking homes. Perhaps I could go out at some point, but not on patrol, to build some new homes. At least on.
You think that we could just build homes for the humans?
I don't think so. There's a lot of hoops, they got a really complicated government they gotta follow. I don't know a lot about it.
Well, what's
But
going on?
they got their structure, you know. So I don't know if they're just gonna let us build. But even if they did, they have an economy over there.
Okay.
It's like a trade system with a currency. And the currency's earned through labor.
Okay.
And you gotta use the currency to live in a house.
So you gotta pay just to
So
live
if we built
somewhere?
them new houses, those homeless people, they're gonna have to find a way to get that currency.
Well, that just doesn't seem right. You shouldn't have to pay in order to live somewhere. I think I have an idea.
Oh no.
What? You just has an idea. It's not so bad.
Okay. Well, what's the idea?
Well, what if we were to build the houses, and we were to own the buildings ourselves. That way the humans don't have to pay anything.
Wheeljack, that's pretty smart.
I think that if we manage to do that, then we could really help with this homeless problem.
Yeah, but
What would Optimus
you
say
know,
about
there's
this?
one tiny flaw.
And what flaw is that, Turbo?
I don't know how many humans are homeless. And last time I checked, I think there was around 8 billion humans.
Scrap. Looks like we're gonna have to shelve that idea for later then.
For now. But we gotta figure out something. Because we can't just let those humans stay homeless. It's not
I
healthy.
also think that it would just be a really good way for us to introduce ourselves. You know, let the humans know that we're on their side. Like, hey, look at what we built for you. There's a lot of people who are in need of homes, and, you know, we wanted to help.
Oh, if we can get some building done, I could certainly help.
That sounds fantastic. Meanwhile, in a separate section of the arc, Trench Line, you find yourself looking over the different firearms that rest upon the table. There are holographic symbols of Decepticons standing across from you. Each one representing a different Decepticon unit, from the smallest of soldiers to the largest of seekers. What exactly is it that you choose to do first? You have a couple of different weapons that you can use.
Wheeljack didn't like when I accidentally punched through the hole last time, so I don't think I'm gonna use my cannon today.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe outside.
Okay.
Maybe outside. I think I'm just gonna use my pistol today. That'd probably be
Okay.
a good idea.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
Just a pistol today.
just sift through my book here. Okay, go ahead and roll me a targeting check. That's gonna be your D20 and your targeting skill die.
Let's see. What was my fucking? I'm gonna have to fucking go back to character sheets to make sure I have mine open so I can read it. So
Yeah, that's
Roll20 doesn't have the shit set up.
yeah, that's reading the sheet's pretty important.
Yeah.
Hey, Mickey, I do have a good question, though.
Yeah, what is it? What's up?
Are we able to use physical dice if we have access to them?
Oh, yeah, 100%. If you have access to physical die, feel free to use them. There's only one thing that I ask. It's that, just be honest. Don't cheat.
Yeah.
Because cheating in a role-playing game, that's lame. Like, part of the fun is coming up with clever ways that you can, like, describe your own failures. And that's part of the fun.
Exactly. I love finding creative ways to fail.
Yeah. No, I'm just going through my mess of D20s to find the one that's going to give me the balance of good and bad luck.
Yeah, you gotta find the you gotta find the magic
First
one.
roll, this one's a 1.
Oh.
Love it.
Welp, it's not that one. Alright. Trench, you got what you
I'm
need?
waiting for Microsoft Edge to open the PDF. I hate Microsoft Edge.
Okay, got you. We're just gonna have to wait for that then. Okay, Trench, you now have your weapon in your hand, and pick it up and prepare to aim it down range. Feel free to go ahead and roll your targeting check for me now that you have the proper info up.
Oh, that's a D6. Okay.
Yeah.
poof and poof. 9 and a 6. Yikes.
Okay, that is a total of 15, and that hits. How do you choose to do this? Like, where are you aiming your shot on this holographic target?
Center mass? Where are you supposed to?
Okay, cool. You fire one shot into the target with your blaster. It pierces through and causes enough damage in order to indicate that the target has been destroyed. You fire a couple more.
Damn, now I actually want to go to the range again. God damn it.
As you continue shooting, there is eventually a voice that you hear. Standing across from you is a familiar, broad, crimson frame with a grizzled face.
Hey there, Trench. How's it going?
There stands Ironhide. He walks over to the firing range and picks up a weapon of his own.
So, Trench, what are we shooting today?
Random ass Viacons. Bored. Nothing better to do.
I was more so trying to see what gun you were shooting. I know what you're shooting at.
Oh, I picked this old number up before we left. It
Ah.
hasn't left me ever since.
An old favorite then, huh?
A classic, some could say.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Ironhide then racks a shell into place, aims the gun, and prepares to fire downrange. Taking game.
Nothing quite like the catharsis of blowing a hole through a con with a heavy ordnance.
It's just right.
Yeah. Listen, you didn't hear this from me, but word is that the boss is gonna be calling you up pretty soon. Not sure what for, but...
Scrap. Is this a good thing, or is this about putting a hole in Ironhead or into Wheeljack shop again?
I'm pretty sure that this ain't what this is about. From what I understand, he's getting a new squad together. As to what that squad's gonna be for, well, only time will tell that one. But expect it soon.
Okay.
Plus, I think it's good for him to see the effect of his creations every now and again.
Don't let Wheeljack hear that.
All I'm saying is, it was a good thing that you blew a hole in his wall. Kinda put a couple of hairs on his chest, as the humans like to say.
Well, as long as he doesn't see Primus before any of the rest of us, I don't see any harm in it.
But yeah, expect that call from the boss pretty soon.
I'll look forward to it then.
Just a few steps down is the reactor room. A dark place where but one Autobot sits. Razorback, you are looking down at your feet, trying to just clear your head. This seems to be the only place of solace available on the Ark. Your eyes continue to glance over your hands as an ever-familiar voice appears in your mind.
Grimlock abandoned you. The Dinobots abandoned you. They left you to die. Destroy them. Destroy the Dinobots. Destroy Grimlock. Destroy them.
No! Get out of my head!
The voice continues to loop as you sit there in silence. Eventually, though, a new voice comes through.
Razorback? Are you there?
Standing in the doorway to the reactor room is a smaller red and white frame. The treads that make up her feet make soft sounds as she walks into the reactor room and gets a closer look at you.
Razor? Are you alright? It's not healthy for you to be in such a dark space alone for long periods of time. We discussed this, I believe.
I know. I'm just tired. And I've been hearing Shockwave. He's still in my head.
He'll kind of grip his head, almost like he's about to rip his own horns off.
Easy, Razor. Easy. I know. This has not been easy for you. Why don't we go outside? I'm certain that some natural light would do you some good. You've been in the dark for a little bit too long for my tastes.
She then offers to lead you outside, hoping to encourage you to exit the reactor room just so that you can get some natural light.
Yes. Yes. Light.
He'll kind of shift his body up to get off the ground and kind of slowly walk towards her a bit.
Good.
But he'll be very gentle with his footsteps, not wanting to be too overly loud.
Good. Let's go then.
He'll almost tiptoe around her.
As you leave, there is this endless sea of stars.
Stars.
The galactic rim is visible to you in all of its splendor. The stars just seem endless as you peer up into the sky. It's peaceful here. The only other sounds that you can hear are just the soft cawing of birds, the chirping of crickets, and the ever so gentle gusts of wind. Bandage then looks up to you, her orange eyes looking into yours.
It's a beautiful night, isn't it? How do the stars make you feel, Razor?
I like the sight of the stars. They make me feel oddly safe.
That's good. When I look up at the stars, I often am reminded of home. The one of the few things that Earth and Cybertron have in common is this beautiful sky. It's something, too, that brings me a sense of comfort.
I do have a question to ask.
And what would that be, Razor?
She looks up at you patiently.
When we met, why did you not seem scared of me when no one else would approach me or even dare try to work with me. Why did you stay?
She pauses for a moment in silent reflection of your question, before then perking up.
When we see people who are as troubled as you are, it is easy for us to see the monster that is on the outside. Yet, when I look to someone such as you, I do not see that. I see a spark tormented and in dire need of personal care. I could feel that you were in need of help. And I wanted nothing more than to see if I could. The darkness that you were in was great. I hope to be a light of some kind.
So, you stood by me because you knew that deep down I would not harm you?
What I was concerned with was the person who was trapped inside. I did not care if you would do harm to me. I merely knew that you were in need of help. And if I didn't, then I did not know who would. When the Ark had left Cybertron, I elected to stay behind, as there was the wounded, the soldiers who were like you, who were in their stasis pods. They needed someone to look after them. And so I chose to stay. However, there was
She pauses for a moment, collecting her thoughts.
when I was still working, there was an attack. I tried to defend my patients with my life, but I was not strong enough then. That singular purple optic. It haunts my nightmares as much as yours. He stormed in, took however many stasis pods he wanted, and then he left. Since then, it had been my greatest failing. My patients were asleep, depending on me to protect them. And I couldn't. When I heard that there was one of you that was still alive, I knew in my spark I had to do whatever I could to try to bring you back. No matter how little of you was left.
He'll kind of look up with her to enjoy the beauty of this evening, but kind of deep down he'll kind of keep an eye out for just anything that seems out of the ordinary, since he's not really used to being outside unless on missions.
Go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look here and see what you'd be rolling. I think you would be rolling targeting to try to locate something that would be, or I think either targeting or alertness. Roll Go ahead and roll a d20 plus whatever you have in that skill.
Yeah. 5 on my D20, 4 on my D6. Yeah. Big oofs.
As your optics scan the surroundings, eventually there is something that stands out to you. It's a 4-legged organism with a soft coat of brown fur with deep black eyes and a pair of massive, beautiful horns that adorn its head. At present, it is looking directly at you, able to completely see that it's being spotted. From what you remember of Jazz's discussion of these creatures, you recognize that this is a deer.
He'll point over kind of slowly as to not like startle whatever this creature is. That.
Oh, a deer. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? And those horns. I believe Jazz denotes them as being bucks. At least that's the term he used.
I thought that's what humans call that little paper thing.
Human language has a tendency to have terminology that bleeds over and can mean multiple different things depending on what is being discussed. Contextually, it could very well mean that
A deer.
yes, that's exactly what it is. There is something additional that I wanted to discuss with you. You will be receiving a transmission from Optimus fairly soon. It is regarding a possible deployment with a new team.
He'll turn his head towards her and kind of look down.
Will this mean that I'll be back with the Dinobots?
I don't believe so. I think that this is going to be a completely new team. And I believe that this will be good for you. Having any form of social interaction outside of the Dinobots, I think would do your cognitive health some good.
As the two of you are conversing, Teletran then comes on.
Razorback, Turbo, Foundation, and Trench Line. Report to the command center immediately.
Command center. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah. Alright. Guess we should go. Duty calls, Wheeljack.
Alright then, see you around, Turbo. You too, Foundation.
Again at some point, Wheeljack. For now, it looks like Optimus is calling us.
Alright, best of luck to you.
Just walk behind Ironhide and clap him on the shoulder and be like, I'll
After
be back
Razorback receives a
later.
message, he will offer to pick up a bandage.
Oh, yes, you can carry me. That's fine.
I hate my sugar net. And with her in his arm, he will start running back to the base, kind of putting the pedal to the metal as much as he can.
You all arrive at the exterior to the command center, eagerly waiting to go inside. As you all arrive, that is when the doors open. And you peer inside, and it is a who's who of the Autobot command structure. You see Jazz operating some of the additional computers as you walk in, Grimlock looking over what appears to be a tactical display, and standing at the largest holodeck is Optimus Prime himself, looking over his tactical display of planet Earth, determining just what and where the Decepticons are. He's being handed a tactical readout by Prowl, dismisses him for a moment, and then looks to all of you.
Welcome. It's good to see all of you. You are all probably wondering why I've called you here today.
Yes, sir. Optimus.
And just to put yourself at ease, Trenchline, no, this is not about you blowing a hole in Wheeljack's lab.
This is in character.
Not gonna lie, I was gonna say,
Yeah, what is it? What's up?
I want to. Turbo's not going to say anything here, but I want to give everyone the image of what Turbo's specifically doing. Imagine him standing as stiffly as possible in the attention. At attention. Just looking as sternly as possible straight ahead.
At ease, Turbo. There's no need for the decorum here.
Yes, sir! I get into the perfect at-ease position.
so while that's happening, Razorback is gonna have like alter the Autobots that are in here. But he's really kind of helping Grimlocks here. It is like a who's who of the best of the best. I'm hoping you'll see Grimlock.
Yeah, you see Grimlock. He's currently over in the corner.
Dang.
Yeah, he's currently fiddling with what appears to be some sort of tactical readout, but upon closer inspection, you realize that he is in the middle of playing some sort of game.
Interesting. He'll kind of click his like sharp blade like fingernails together. Hey, Grimlock! What you playing?
Me and Grimlock play Space Invaders!
You can see that his, like, crimson eyes are super focused on the game at hand, not paying you any mind.
Sure you don't want to play punchies?
Later, me and Grimlock need beat high score.
Then, Jazz walks over to you.
You may want to give him a minute on that. He's been at this for the past 4 hours.
What are we here for, Optimus?
I'm calling you here because of an important operation that I need to have undertaken. I'm looking to form a new squad in order to get this done. Jazz, what's the tactical readout of your previous engagement? Yeah, if you'll go ahead and take a look here. The Decepticons have been fiddling with something up in the Canadian Rockies. Not too sure what they're doing up there quite yet, but knowing it's the cons, it can't be nothing good. So, what the boss he has requested is that we get a group together, hit him hard, and hit him fast. Your mission, then, is to uncover what the Decepticons are doing, disrupt it, and return with whatever intelligence you can. Stealth is optional for this engagement, given that there are no human settlements in the area.
he'll kind of look himself over and give a thumbs up. Now that he knows that it's optional.
Trench's entire demeanor changes when she hears stealth is optional. This is a good change.
Foundation.
Well,
I mean, finding
To
the
be
cons
fair.
is an interesting change of pace.
Stealth isn't my biggest option.
Which is precisely why I'm going to be sending you with this team, Razorback. Yep. I know stealth ain't your forte anyway, Razorback. The only place that you'll be able to blend in is Jurassic Park.
But I thought that was a movie.
Ah, so you have been doing your homework. Good stuff, Razor. And yeah, it is a movie. One that Grimla...
No. Oh, we did that movie night last month.
Yep, and Grimlock made us watch Jurassic Park. Again. For like the 4th time in a row before we actually watched a real movie. Me Grimlock like the Tyrannosaurus! I know, buddy, I know. We all know you love your dinosaurs.
Well,
Foundation, of course,
you
is to think on.
John,
Oh dear. Foundation grows curious and begins to ask Optimus, if stealth is optional, would a disguise be able to help?
Based on Jazz's previous scout reports, many of the Constructicons, which is your frequent disguise choice, rarely ever visit any of these sites. However, if we were to proceed the operation with a command signal falsified through one of our communications officers, then perhaps it would be able to get them to focus on something else, allowing you to get the element of surprise a lot more easily.
Turbo chimes in. Permission to speak, sir.
Permission granted, Turbo.
You say stealth is optional, but I'd like to remind this team that just because stealth is an option doesn't mean we shouldn't utilize it. We have 4 members of this squad, each with their own unique talents. Keep that in mind.
Trench will actively bend forward to be able to see him past the other 2 and say, dude, I'm a tank. I can't hide.
This is true. But I can.
Well, you have the element of surprise.
We'll just turn you into a tree or something. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Last time I checked, the polymorphizer that Wheeljack created, that thing didn't exactly work that great. Tried it on Bulkhead and he turned himself into a glass of water for about a week.
Was that him in the background?
Is there a way we can fix it, Jazz?
Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know how Wheeljack is with his stuff. You could fix it, but whether or not it'll work, well, that's a different matter entirely.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever the case may be, you all have your own unique talents, which is why I've added you all to the squad.
Well, stealth may be a bit hard to utilize. My statement still stands.
Now that you have all this information, are there any further questions?
No, sir.
Razorback will raise his hand slowly. Kinda almost touching the ceiling.
Yes, Razorback?
You want me
a part of this. He'll kind of look down to the others of his team. Optimus, I'm not, what's the word? He'll start kind of snapping his fingers. Delicate! There we go. I'm not delicate enough for this kind of thing. Are you sure you want me for this?
My friend, your inability to be delicate is exactly why I want you a part of this team. Additionally, I was advised by Bandage that you pursue other social outlets, and I believe that this could be good for you. As I said previously, you all have your talents.
Exactly, Razorback.
He'll kind of
The great
smile.
Optimus Prime said that you need to be a part of this team. That means you need to be a part of this team.
Turbo, I believe we had discussed you using the honorific of great before my name. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Optimus.
He'll. So, with that being said, that was Turbo talking, correct? I want to make sure I'm walking up to the right character.
Yeah, that was Turbo.
He will kind of step in front of Turbo and kind of get on a knee to get eye level to him. But what if I would rather not? He'll kind of give him an intimidating glare.
Well, wow, you really are big. Well, I'm sure that you're always going to have a choice in what you want to do. But if my memory logs serve me well, most decisions Optimus makes are pretty good ones. They might benefit you in one way or another that you don't even understand.
The only real benefit I want is Shockwave. And he'll get a bit more aggressive after saying his name. That's all that I want.
And that time will come, Razorback. I assure you.
You've been saying that for a while, Optimus.
What I am attempting to do... Allow me to pose you a question. Once that is gone, what is left? Nothing. There will be a hole in your spark that nothing will be able to fill. When your quest for vengeance is gone, you will be alone. That is why I am seeking to build this. Camaraderie and friendship are the tools that I can give you to prevent that hole from forming in the first place. After all, Bandit suggested that I bring you aboard, and I am inclined to take her medical opinion.
Fine. I'll join. But only because Bandage thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I'm certain that you will all do the Autobots proud.
Foundation gives a salute and
And with
There's the
that,
wall.
Razorback will start walking out of the room.
I give a salute. Thank you, sir! And in perfect marching formation, I walk out of the room.
Foundation walks a bit more
Stop
casual.
yelling. That's my thing.
Well, it's my thing in front of Optimus. I got to impress him.
But more annoyed than anything.
Man, little ball of energy that Turbo is. He's not too dissimilar to Bumblebee in that way, I suppose, Jazz. You think that they'll be up to it? They're going to do fine. I don't know, some of the team expressed some concerns, especially about some clash in personalities. What about Switchblade? You said that she was on the squad too?
I agree.
She will be there soon enough, Jazz. The Matrix has great plans in store for them. I can see it.